Now, of course, I also am in favor of free immigration. And the two problems with free immigration: first, it's against the law. The government prevents people from coming. But second,
Yeah.
the strongest argument for the government preventing people from coming is the existence of a welfare state. That if you think about the conditions of America in 1910, when we were taking about 1 million immigrants a year into a population of 100 million, which I think is a higher rate than we've had in recent decades ever, relative to population. At that time, when immigrants came, as my grandparents all came, they had to work. Well, new people coming into the country and producing things doesn't make the rest of us poorer. So therefore, there wasn't a lot of political pressure to stop it. Eventually, that changed, unfortunately. But once you have a welfare state, now there's the serious argument that says, look, there are all these very poor people out there. They'll just come in and live off us without doing anything. Well,
Hmm.
that's creates a lot of pressure for barriers to immigration. And I would say in my society, there wouldn't be a government to stop immigrants or to have a welfare system. And I think in our present society, probably the least bad thing one could hope to do is to say you will have free immigration, but immigrants are not covered by any sort of welfare provisions for some substantial length of time.
Hmm.
My impression is that most people who come actually do want to work. That I know in California, there's a chain of stores that sell things that are used for fixing houses and building houses and stuff like that, called Home Depot. And
Yeah.
it's normal that their parking lot has a bunch of Hispanics, very likely illegal immigrants, though some of them are probably legal immigrants, who are standing there wanting to take jobs doing construction. And
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
who need extra hands for construction come by and pick them up. So it seems to me that on the whole, uh, while I can understand the worry about people coming in and living off the rest of us, I don't think that's the usual pattern for even poor immigrants, because the U.S. at least is a rich enough country so that anybody in reasonable shape coming from someplace like India or China can earn a great deal more than he's used to having by working. And in that context, living on welfare is not such an attractive option. But nonetheless, I would say that the restrictions on immigration are one of the biggest bad things that countries do.
Hmm.
People don't seem to appreciate that the US, until the 1920s, so for the first, uh, 150 years or so of its history, the US had no restrictions on immigration from the New World.
Hmm.
And the only restriction on old world immigration starting about 1890 or so was restrictions on Chinese immigration. But other than that, we had open borders.